Hey guys, how are you? It's been another week and I've actually traveled to quite a few places. This video will be mostly about Oxford, but I also have a couple of videos about London as well because I went to London on the weekend. So we've arrived in Oxford and now we're gonna go to the covered market. It gave me a really awesome impression. The minute I got there and did the walking tour, in my mind I was just like, oh my god. I totally wouldn't mind studying here, so it's definitely a place that I would recommend you visit if you ever come to UK and you have some time. Definitely go visit Oxford. The entire city is basically like a university because they have about 38 colleges spread around the entire city, and yeah, a lot of the buildings are from the 12th century, 12th or 13th century. Actually, not a lot. There's only 2 colleges that are that old. Some of them are built in Queen Elizabeth I's time, and then some of them were built in King Charles and King James's time, which is 15th, 16th, 17th century. So yeah, there's a lot of buildings that are very, very old and colleges. I'm not going to tell you all of them because then that will ruin, the purpose of you going there and learning for yourself what Oxford is. Oxford, definitely a place to go. Went to Christ Church. We have arrived at Christ Church. Apparently there's some ties to Harry Potter here as well, so we're gonna go inside and see. Say hi! You guys are gonna go on YouTube. I'm just kidding. Okay, so we've come to Christ Church. It is the largest college of the Oxford University of Oxford. Not sure if that's an extremely creaky door or some sort of strange music, but it's coming from down there. So we're in Christ Church Cathedral, and yeah, it's another great cathedral. Up there is the organ, and you can hear the music just being played. It's beautiful. So apparently Oxford has a lot of ties with Alice in Wonderland as well. Yeah. So this corridor right here, or the arch, is where Alice fell asleep and became a piece on a piece of chessboard with the queen. And she was the queen of the chessboard. And later I'll show you on a picture. There was Alice's door. And yeah, she was actually a real character or a real person in Oxford, and she was the daughter of the dean who used to play in Oxford, like this Christ Church campus. And the tree with the Cheshire cat is also in that garden, which I took a picture of. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy that. Looking up these stats, apparently they were in the film for Harry Potter, and these were the movable stairways. This is the stairs. These are the famous stairs. And we're also going into the hall, which is apparently in the film as well. It's where the Hogwarts dining hall is. So we're just going to go in there and see. So this is it. There are only 3 rows, as you can tell from this. But in the movie itself, they actually added an extra row. The set, they made one bigger. Yeah. And I do have a joke for you guys from Oxford. This tour guide that we took, it cost about £8.50, and it was an hour and a half, so it was rather expensive. And he took us to 4 of the colleges and taught us a lot about architecture, taught us about the history of Oxford, and just to learn that Oxford was built on literally blood and bones of the first students who ever made the university, and that Oxford is the oldest university in England. The Oxford colleges.
Quadrangle. One of the 38 colleges, this one called Exeter College, because it was founded by the Bishop of Exeter, who's on the left of the door here going into the chapel, and this was in 1314. So there's been a college here called Exeter College for 700 years, and it was used for university lecturing, ceremonies, exams. The first university library was all inside that church. Nowadays it's really just a church.
It's even older than Cambridge, which was built around the same time. Yeah, just it really made me feel that we need to value the education that we have nowadays. It isn't something that came easily, and you know, the history of where like education came from, that's really, really important. Yeah, that's why I really, really liked Oxford. Just the history, you know, and I also got to reflect just today even. I was going up to Bath University, and this came out of like kind of an inspiration for me. But you know, if you look around at all the architecture, even like modern architecture, people like try to replicate. I was actually watching a show called Grand Design, and people are like building new houses in older areas. They put a lot of craftsmanship into it. Like they put a lot of detail so that it could replicate the older architecture, so that it doesn't like take away from the feel of the city, while trying to integrate new technology like insulation into the housing and stuff. But the point is that every single house here, made here, whether it was from Georgian era or Victorian era or even like earlier eras, people put a lot of detail into their work. It wasn't, you know, like mass produced like the houses that we see in North America, where all the houses like basically look the same and they're really, really plain, and you get like this massive window pane or like this massive brick, not even brick, like wood house, like with the, you know, front one color, whatever. There's no details to the door frames, there's no carvings or anything like that. Like even here, you go around and walk around the houses, the doorknobs, like they have like intricate designs on their doorknobs. Like to think that, you know, they put so much detail into their work, that's what makes it so special. Hi! Julia! She's awesome, she's from Texas. Welcome! Yeah! And then that's Eric is hiding, and Andrew, Joseph, and Celine. And we're sitting down at a local, like, not local, it's like a chain store. It's called Patisserie Valerie. Yeah, and we're gonna have some. Riverside. I'll sit here. Yeah, we're gonna have some tea.
Like, I don't like me.
I didn't know this, but I was approached in London at the Parliament Square on Saturday morning. It was really embarrassing, but so a really nice gentleman came up and asked me and like my travel companion whether if we would like to go on like a free tour, and basically he took us around Parliament Square and taught us about the people, and I learned about who Jan Smuts was. I learned that there is a statue of Cromwell that's situated in the, like, right outside the Parliament buildings, that's facing the Abbey, which has a bust of Charles I inside. So like they're like staring at each other across the street, which is really, really interesting. But yeah, you have to like come to England and experience that yourself, and like have somebody tell you or learn on your own, because I don't want to spoil everything for you. After the tour, I didn't know that you, like most people would expect you to give some sort of tip if he did a really good job, which he did. Like I honestly like really enjoyed him and his like kindness, but I didn't give a tip. So yeah, the next time, like, if any of you come to Europe and like have a free tour, yeah, it is free, like it's voluntary, but still like people do it because they're, well, I don't know, like giving a tip is just nice. Like, you know, they've been so kind and give you so much information. Like, knowledge is not free. It's full, my memory card. Hey guys. So this is Westminster Abbey, and we're like at the heart of London almost. So that's Big Ben right there, and right beside it is the Parliament Square. And later we'll be able to see the London Eye as well, and the Thames River. So yeah. Now the question is, why is the statue of Lincoln situated in front of Parliament Square?
Were you aware of that? To all the protests going against the Iran war? He's a pretty dedicated man.
Sorry.
No, it's cool.
No, there's something really like profound about walking around in London or anywhere in Europe, actually. Especially, it's like seeing how integrated everything is. Like you get the sense of, you know, real strong ties to history. And at the same time, you see the new stuff all around as well. Like right behind this monument here, you get the London Eye. We are at Trafalgar Square. This is where the National Gallery is. And yeah, it's a beautiful place. And there's a lot of statues and monuments around as well. I think to commemorate like British history and stuff. I think this guy up here on top. I'm not sure, but I'll check the facts. And we came down from Westminster, no, Whitehall Street, I think. And that is where all the government buildings are. So yeah, it's a really monumental place. So we come to London, and now we're at the Regent's Park. Really pretty little place. We're gonna go and explore. I believe those are not seagulls, but I might be wrong. It might be egrets, in my opinion, but there's quite a few of them here. And somehow Canadian geese as well. We're in the M&M London store, and oh my god, they have like every color under the sun. So we're taking
Margaret Street, Oxford Circus.
Yeah, so we're taking the bus back to our accommodation tonight and seeing the night view of London. Awesome. Oh, I forgot to tell you the joke. There is a Jesus College in Oxford. Okay, so 38 colleges spread around the city. There's one called Jesus College. And every one of the older colleges that was built before the 17th or 18th century has their own chapel inside. So chapel is basically a private place of worship for Christians. So if there was a chapel inside each college and the students were supposed to live in their college and like go to the chapel in their own college, you know, why do people in other colleges have to make friends with people in Jesus College? And the answer is because then you'll have a friend in Jesus. I laughed pretty hard when I heard that, so yeah, I thought it was funny. Yeah, I really enjoyed London on Saturday and Sunday because it's much more slower pace. I could follow it. The tubes were actually really easy to understand. Like if you just follow all the signs, they're above eye level, like you can find out where you want to go. And also another tip for people who are coming to England for longer periods of time, like if you're an exchange student here, make sure you get like a young person card, like it's called a youth card. So if you're 16 to 25-year-old, you can like buy one. I bought mine for £27, and basically gives you 33% off of your tickets for rail tickets, and also you can combine that with your Oyster card when you get to London. Like, yeah, Oyster card is the card that you use for all public transportation in London, so buses, on the tube, and it just makes it like 33% cheaper for you as well as a student. Like, oh shoot, I forgot to wear this. Oh my god, my beady Globo thing. Yeah, I'll just put it on now. But yeah, anything else? I think that's it. Oh, I did learn this from the tour guide as well. So apparently there's this place called Central Point in London where it's actually higher than the London Eye. And you can actually pre-book it and go up to the top floor, which is a 360 view of like over London, and it costs £9, but you do get a nice cocktail with it if you drink. Yeah. Hey guys, so this is the second day in London, and we are eating outside the Tate Modern. Over. So yeah, basically we went to Harrow's today and saw more posh side of London, I guess, and yeah, we're just gonna try to eat some lunch before we go into the Tate Corner. Look forward to seeing you next week as well. If you really did enjoy this video, please give me a thumbs up or like a like or subscribe, anything. Please give me a comment or anything if you have any comments about like my video shooting techniques. I know I'm super amateur at it. Yeah, I'd love to learn like more about, you know, how to make better videos. If, you know, you feel like I'm doing things too shaky or you can't hear me or anything, please do let me know. I don't want these videos to look crappy at all. Also, yeah, if you have any like topics that you want me to talk about as well, like on my video blog, like what if you want to hear more about me talking about certain things, like if you like this kind of video better, like where I'm talking more to you, let me know as well. So bye guys, thank you for watching. I'll see you next week.